Alright, Scav Talking, episode 23. Welcome, boys and girls. The girl watching this, the boy watching this. Just opened up my game. I was thinking, oh, I'm probably not even going to play anything. Because I've been watching The Crown on Netflix, that British royalty, Yeah, it's about Queen Elizabeth, basically. And I'm on the last episode. I was binging it last night. And I almost watched the last episode, but I didn't because I was like, oh, it's like 12 o'clock. I only got to be up in like 5 hours anyway. And for once in my wretched existence, I decided that instead of staying up late for no reason like a bastard, I would do this crazy thing that apparently all the kids are doing these days, which is called getting to bed at a decent hour. So I went to bed at a decent hour, very cringe, and I went to work today. I only fell asleep one time, so that was pretty big. Usually I fall asleep a few times if I'm getting like very little sleep. Because you gotta understand, getting 5 hours of sleep for me normally is like, what the fuck is a 6.3? I just saw it. Oh my god, there it is. Is it quite pretty normal for me? Like getting like bad sleep is pretty normal. But then like if you do it for like days and days and days on end, apparently this has like an effect on you. Like for like if you're doing this for like days and days and days and days on end, apparently it can have an effect. News to me. But yeah, I got good sleep last night. Well, better than I'm used to getting, honestly. Um, and I felt pretty good today at work. But honestly, it was wasted because we don't even do anything at work these days. Currently, we're in the like, I guess the downswing, I guess you would call it. The downswing of the of our work schedule, I guess. Like every few weeks, it's like we have like blocks of like 10 to 12 to 14 weeks of like where we're doing like a lot of shit, and then we're like in the downtime. It's like everybody's doing holidays. Nobody has time to give us money for our services, so we just kind of like hang back and let the world go to shit around us. And then finally, when people realize, oh, we actually do need you again, like we're here for them. We dutifully lap up the fucking the fucking this. What am I trying to say? I was saying like I was gonna say something like gross and risque, but there's no need for that. So I'm just gonna say like we gratefully take whatever business people give us. So you like gracefully lap up like the fucking bleep puddle of the bleep addicts. But no, that's disgusting. You know me, I don't make any disgusting references ever. In fact, I actually don't know if I make any disgusting references ever because every time I think I'm about to do like a funny joke that I have, I realize a lot of my holy fuck, somehow this is how this is like level 2 peacekeeper. There's no way. There's no way this is actually expensive. I guess it's the long barrel. And for that, sell for an even 200,777 rubles. There's no way that's just actually expensive. I think this can sell. This is the loot from last episode because I haven't logged in since last episode, which, well, I'm doing quote unquote work. We're going to quote unquote work, but somehow this piece of shit is still selling. I'll do a big undercut because it's worth literally nothing to me. It's just exists as something that can be sold because it's a gunsmith task, but also like I don't know if you can afford better AR hand grips, which this is a big looter scav right here, pilgrim and a fucking grenade chest rig. But yeah, if you can afford like if you're at the high enough rep level for any kind of like good AR hand grip or not hand grip but just grip in general, like there are better options out there. It's only good because you need it for a gunsmith task, and they added 100% cultist spawns to every map. There's no way that the wipe is not like at most like a couple weeks away. So people are still buying it, but I guess because in the spirit of the wipe being like 2 seconds from actually happening, um, they're like fuck it, and everybody's just saying fuck it and just throwing their entire wealth at the wall for like a better fucking grip for their gun. Which if you're me, you don't care at all. Your object permanence is the length of the goldfish has a better a comprehension of time management than you do. You see big number and you clap your hands 20 times, you fucking drool, you fucking like shriek with autistic joy. You can't wait for the next fucking dopamine hit of getting a huge profit on an item that will in 5 days be like nothing because it's gonna wipe soon. Um, God, I tell you this. I have my time management skills, like my comprehension of time is usually fine in my professional life. Because in my professional life, time management is like, I was gonna say it's like 90% of the job. It's not really 90% of the job. I don't think any time management job is 90% of the job, unless this is like Imperial Japan, or not Japan, but China. But you have to, and you're like the guy who tells time. And if you don't tell the time, like you get beheaded or something. You're like burned alive. So shit like that would happen all the time in China. Like, oh, like you're the time guy. What time is it? You don't know. Time to torture you to death. Ugh. You torture the time guy to death. It results in a war that kills 100 million people. Like bro, look at this inventory. Bro, we're making that interchange with this one. And by that I mean we're making it out of interchange and back into interchange in the next scav raid. Didn't even know there was a military crate that spawned there. See, I'm always learning new things about this map. New ways to optimize the loot route. Loot that, loot that. I think with the time we got, we double back from here back to over to Ollie. And then we head back this way. At least that's what the voices in my head. We grab this box right here, yeah. Yeah, and then we double back, and then double back again. Yeah, it'll work. Anyway. Speaking of this grip we just fucking sold, this thing actually, it's gonna go for like 100k sometimes. That's because it's the meta, well, one of the meta grips, and it looks cool. I had the quote-unquote pleasure of handling an AR-15 that used the Hera furniture in real life, like the Hera CQR front grip and the stock. Unfortunately, and I know this is gonna hurt a lot of people inside, it feels like cheap plastic. It's like a clamshell, which we all expected. It's fine, but it feels like garbage. And honestly, it kind of hurt me a lot because I really love the look of the CQR stuff. I like like the round furniture and like it feels like sci-fi and stuff, which obviously was their intention. But it fucking feels cheap. It's just not good. And yeah, I'm sorry. I know I single-handedly just tanked the Hera arms market. For a while there, I was legitimately planning to buy the front grip at least. The stock feels like shit, and honestly I like the stock that I currently am using on one of my ARs that I may or may not have. Don't worry about it, city of wherever I'm living, that I will not reveal to you all now because of course that would dox me. But this is garbage too. But I was thinking about getting the front grip, and then I experienced it, and I was like the wind, like snap of the fucking fingers, dude, out of my sails immediately. It was disheartening. It's like finding out your favorite Minecraft YouTuber who does Minecraft videos and like talks to minors on Discord is a pedophile. It's like so unbelievable and just so destructive to your psyche. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, Brawler, quiet. That's actually good. That's a good stock. I will sim for the CTR. What was it called? Magpul CTR carbine stock because it has the RP rubber butt plate installed. Good stock. After this episode, say depending on how I feel, but you know what? If wipe is coming in like 2 seconds, I'm gonna do a PMC talking episode. Probably do scav talking, PMC talking, and then another scav talking. Or if it takes long enough for me to sell everything in this inventory because it's a pretty big inventory. Yo, I don't even care. This is a big rig, and we already have big backpack and big rig, so we can fit just more shit into here. We'll keep this here because it's, I guess, technically another gun. Whatever. Actually, we'll keep this here because if we find an AR or something similar, we can chuck that on. But yeah. I'm just in the mood. I got home early enough. Currently, I'm recording this at 6:51 p.m. Or I guess I didn't start recording at 6:51. I don't know how long the recording's going, and I don't want to tab out right now. I feel like in the last few episodes I've tabbed out, which has really led to a decline in my viewership, aka I checked my videos as I'm recording this, and I have 0 views on the last 3 videos I uploaded, which means I haven't been grinding it as hard as I used to, and watching my own videos and hitting refresh to get more views artificially. Sorry, not artificially. YouTube, please. I didn't mean that. I was just making sure, I was watching on to make sure the quality was correct. Would never try to farm video or views on my own videos to spur engagement, which is honestly, I did that not to spur engagement or anything because I don't think that actually works, but just like to watch them and to give them views and like, I don't know. I remember watching RB and the Chief. You guys remember that one? This one's actually the AR-10 one is not good, but that one is good. The low profile, the low pro guest block. But I remember in one of their hypermail episodes, or their episodes when they were doing hypermail, they talked about like watching it, their own video over and over again, and hitting F5 to get a bit more views. And well, that's like basically the end of the story there, because I just remember an old Machinima series that was good. A lot of Machinimas were good, just the problem is Machinima as a company sucked fucking big caucus. There, anything I can't modify in Raid should go in here, so theoretically keep that out there. This one is good because I can put more attachments on it. I'll grab it, basically because I have a ton of space, I may as well grab basically everything that I come across. But, and then out of nowhere in this series, RB and the Chief, one of their videos blows up and gets like 100,000 views. And one of our main characters, Arbiter, or Arby, because he's a plastic action figure of the Arbiter from Halo 3. Now that you say it out loud, it sounds kind of fucking insane. But, goated series, RB and the Chief. I watched it back when they first debuted, Master Chief Sucks at Halo. Great series. It hasn't been, I was going to say, I go back and watch it every so often. I don't, or at least I used to do that a lot. I haven't watched it in a while. I watched it, like, one of their newer or John Graham, one of his newer episodes, like, about a year ago. And I think what happened was, like, I had binged a ton of his newer stuff, and then he released a new video, and then I watched it, but then, like, I got confused with the chronology, so I was like, alright, I'll just watch it when he releases every episode. And then there was, like, some chronology breaks or something like that, or just, there was some confusion. This mag is expensive. And I was just like, alright, fuck it. I'll watch it when everything's released. And, like, with some of those episodes, if you were an OG fan, which I'm not going to roast you if you weren't, because this was a long time ago, even for me. Like, I was in early elementary school when I first started watching that stuff. I think I was probably, like, 4th or 5th grade when the first RB and the Chief episode came out. The first real one. When it was still just the Chief. And I think Arbiter was introduced in either the first or second episode. They probably can't. Can I do this? M32 and that can't be installed at the same time, therefore the brawler's going back on. We'll unload it. If it has good ammo, then whatever. It doesn't, though. We already knew it had bad ammo, but we just wanted to make sure. Oh, this is shit. It's all shit, though. Let's be real. It's all shit. It's all shit. Anyway. And I just got confused with the chronology, and basically what I'm doing again is just waiting for him to release, like, another few seasons so I can just binge it all again. Because RB and the Chief for me, or at least how it was back in the day, is, it was very bingeable, because there was a lot of episodes that were, like, throwaway whatever episodes. Which wasn't to say that they're not good, because they are very good. I have never watched RB and the Chief and been like, that was a shit episode. Only if it was a cliffhanger episode, which at the time was like a concern, but also not really. Shrimp. I haven't gotten one of those in a while. Because there was the release schedule back in the day, I'm pretty sure was spurred on by Machinima pretty heavily. So people would, like, you know that another fucking SGA 590. Lamau. This thing is probably gonna get discarded. One of the first ones I discard because I will eventually discard stuff in this raid. But yeah, the upload schedule was pretty generous, and like the most you have to wait is like 3 weeks, but then there'd be like a verbal or written apology at the start of every episode. Be like, hey, I'm sorry for the delay, because Machinima was like shitting down everybody's necks if there was a delay. Yeah, golden age of, like, you know, well, Machinima era. That was really what I call it, because Machinima was one of the big, like, first, honestly, YouTube, like, partners that was, like, paying people for their content. Before the ad revenue thing started really popping off, and, like, the algorithm, like, was going, and before ads were really a thing, it was, I followed a lot of creators like that. It was, I forget what the guy's name was, like, Josh or something. It was a Halo Machinima. Man, I can't even remember what it's called, but basically he joins Halo he does Halo 3 for the first time, and he meets a group of people, and then they go to a tournament, and there's like a funny little, the story arc is pretty fun. 16 minutes left to talk about this fucking bullshit for the rest of this raid. The golden age of Machinima. Wow. Pre-game lobby. Holy fuck. Voice crack, but holy fuck. Pre-game lobby. Damn. Unironically, no bullshit, I might watch a few episodes of that shit. If it still exists on YouTube. It definitely fucking does. It better still exist on YouTube. After this episode. Pre-game lobby. Holy fuck. Commander Melander. Dude. Fuck. That series is fucking weird for me, because when I was watching it, it was one of those where I was like, this isn't my go-to, but I will never forget this fucking series. Dude. Oh, Silent Matt? Was it Silent Matt or Silent Pete? Silent Pete. Fuck, dude. Oh, man. Then the episode where they made the Hannah Montana clan. This is going to sound ridiculous to you. Like, there's no way it doesn't. Even if you're, like, you know, early 2000s, like, heavily online gamer like I was. Like, Silent Pete. Oh, my God. Matt was another guy. Silent Matt, dude. He would always play music over his mic. This is a classic. If you played Halo 3, or I mean, it's mostly Halo 3, because Modern Warfare 2, it was much more vocal lobbies, but there'd always be some fucking guy on Halo 3 playing, like, Breaking Benjamin or Fallout Boy over his mic. Man, those were the good old days, honestly. If you want to know about good old days, the good old days is that fucking time. Man, maybe some guy playing fucking music over his mic would be the only guy in the entire lobby, where everybody else would have mics, but there'd just be one guy, and nobody wanted to fuck up the flow of the music. He'd be playing he'd be playing like a solid playlist. And you have to understand, this is before like Spotify and like good. He was like doing this off like an iPod with attached to like cord connected to like these old like speakers, and if you like touch one of the speaker buttons too much, it would just like start fucking making like loud ass fucking like fuzzing noises. Damn, I remember that shit. Me and my brother, we had these old like computer speakers, and the one that had the volume control, we had to stick a paper clip into the volume control, because otherwise it would make this like horrible feedback noise. Damn, blast from the fucking past. How about that? This is a great episode so far. This is the Scav talking you came for, honestly. Where like, just like it all comes naturally to me, and I don't have to like fucking hem and haw and like babble about like whatever the fuck. Like Machinima, Pre-Game Lobby, Arby and the Chief, like that shit that I watched. Red vs. Blue, obviously, before they got gay and started fucking like, I think they took their videos off of YouTube, I think, because they want to do the Rooster Teeth episode, or their website, that is. I'm a little, I know this is gonna come as a shock, but I'm a little inebriated at the tender hours of 6:51. So I gotta wake up early tomorrow. So my usual plan is there. If I have to wake up early, gotta get fucked up faster. But yeah, man, Red vs. Blue. To be fair, I didn't start watching Red vs. Blue until I was already in Halo 3, because the early Machinima style, where it's like the zoomed in pistol for Season 1, kind of like, oh, that's a thing I like. What do we not give a fuck about? Unload that, load that into there. And we can't even load that much. So what do we want to drop? Use EKO. Yeah. Man, those were the days. What did I watch back in that time? Other than Machinima. Ray William Johnson equals 3. There we go. God, you know, just when I think I'm out of things to talk about, Ray William Johnson. Damn. Those were the days. You know what? I'm not saying those were the days as in like Ray William Johnson was good content, but shit is what we fucking had, man. It's what we had. Yeah, I wouldn't give those days up for anything. Coming home from school, watching the new Equals 3, checking to see if your new fucking favorite Machinima was up. Damn. Watching Sea Nanners, Captain Sparkles, new Minecraft video just dropped. Damn, homie. Sheesh. Well, I was never a PewDiePie guy, which I know is going to kill you all now. I did watch his PUBG streams. I didn't. I didn't watch that shit. I watched his book reviews that he released semi-recently. As you know, in relation to the old content that I'm talking about now, I watched his old content. Dude, Niga Higa, those two Asian guys that would make the How to Be Nerd, How to Be Gangster, How to Be Ninja. goddamn, old YouTube. Fuck. Smosh. Man, waiting every year for Food War, constantly commenting on videos. When's the next Food War? When's the next Food War? Like, damn. Shit, to be a kid again. Man. That's the problem with nostalgia. I remember that I was watching a Seth Seentag video. Obviously, you should watch him. I feel like our fan base is here, and by fan bases I mean me and my 3 friends that watch these videos, and the 100+ people that have watched Scav Talking episode 8 for some fucking reason. If you're watching this video, shout out to you. I don't know why everybody latched onto that one. I guess it was just cool enough. But you know, the overlap between those videos is quite high. Me and Seth Seentag, because all my friends watch him as well. But anyway, like nostalgia is basically like reminiscing about those times. It's not the games and like the, you know, the movies and all that shit you did when you were a kid. It's the act of being a kid and having no worries and like being happy all the time, not having any you know, comprehension of the outside world that makes you happy. Now that I've pissed off and saddened, you know, my audience with that, back to old YouTube that I watched. I don't know, named a few of them. My memory's pretty good, and I think once I start thinking about this, I'll have more things to say about it. But look at that, at the very end I got an actual med kit to add to my hotbar. How exciting. But yeah, man, old YouTube. Shit, this is old. This is old. I remember when YouTube was just like becoming like, not even, I wouldn't say mainstream. This was still like way the fuck back. My dad was showing us on his work laptop, or yeah, his laptop that he used for work, because I think he was still working for a company at the time. That was over, man, that may have been almost 20 years ago. No, let me think about it. No, I was probably like 7 or 8. At the most 8. I don't think I was that old. He showed us a video on YouTube of a monkey doing like karate, where he was doing like kicks and stuff. That was the first YouTube video I ever watched. And you know what? At that time, if you looked up monkey on YouTube, you could find the video. If you looked up monkey, you could, in the first few results, you could find that video of the monkey kicking shit, because that's how young YouTube was. If you look up monkey karate now, you find, like, I'm sure you find like thousands of videos, but you can't find the original like 144p video, which to us looked like photorealistic. I can still, in my brain, my Mandela effect addled brain, I can still see how fucking photorealistic the video is. Like, the screen is fucking tiny, probably, but like my brain is still like, it looks real. It looks like it's in my living room. There's like a monkey doing karate in my living room. Like, that is so fucking cool. Like, even with the most 4K shit, I will never again feel like that, you know, what am I trying to say? Like that, like, you know, involved in any kind of YouTube video, really. I'll never be able to feel like I'm really there, because I'm not a kid anymore. It's all like, oh, because, you know, my brain sees it, and therefore, and then I do this and I do that, and like I think about it, and like it's all, you know, I see it, but it's all like a, you know, a fucking thing that my brain creates to make me think this and that and this and that. Like, fuck, man, the old days of YouTube. But most importantly, being a kid. If you're watching this somehow and you're like a young child, I'm very sorry. You should not be watching this video, because this is, I guess, your equivalent of Gen Z's equivalent of like of a boomer, like old guy who's like complaining about old YouTube being better. But like, man, you gotta like hang on to being a kid, because this shit's only gonna happen one time, and eventually you're gonna be old and cynical and kind of a fucking bastard to everybody. Maybe that's just, well, no, I'm not trying to fucking, no, I want to get the Thunderbolt. Fuck. I'm getting sad, and it's fucking my hand-eye coordination. I'm not actually getting sad, but just like thinking about it, it's like, fuck. Like, that is never gonna happen to me again. Like, it's sad. I don't know, like, I'm not saying the best times are behind me. That was the first thing, like, oh, the best times are behind me. No, they're not. I still have plenty of shit to do with my life. Like, I'm just getting started. I'm young comparatively to a lot of people I know. I'm quite young. What do we got in here? Well, we have a shrimp in there now. Like, I still have my whole life ahead of me. And yet, I've desensitized myself, like, through, you know, how I think and how I act. I've desensitized myself for seemingly for nothing. Just, like, I've ruined myself. I'm not saying, like, not actually, like, ruined, but, like, I've convinced myself successfully. Are you kidding me? It was just in my inventory. Oh my god. I guess I did it to myself. But, like, I've successfully convinced myself that, you know, I'm never going to feel that way again. I'm never going to have that same experience of experiencing it for the first time, and it's special to me, I guess. And this is honestly depressing to me right now. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna finish this episode up, but I guess it's whatever you make of it. Honestly, I don't want to throw it in there because I want to sell it soon. Oh, fuck it, fine. Enjoy if you're watching this and you're still like a little young or whatever, and by a little young I mean, you know, you haven't hit the stage where you literally and truly said fuck it. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm in high school and like, oh, fuck this work shit, I don't want to do any of this shit. I don't mean that. When you realize that you've hit it for yourself, it will be either too late or about to be too late. I need you guys to enjoy life, because I definitely have, but it feels like I quit out of that shit too early. Like my sense of whimsy, my fucking sense of adventure. I still want to do new things. I still want to experience new things. But like reminiscing about these old times and like thinking about it and like all the stuff that I did, all the stuff that I experienced. It's so like liberating and refreshing to think about the old times. And it's not. I'm not thinking as in like, oh, like they've passed me by. I can no longer experience those times. It's just like, wow, like I got to do that. Like I got to be like totally like naive to like how things work. To like like old like special effects and stuff like that. This is an example. Like old special effects is in like how they did like this shot in this old machinima. And like nowadays they'd be like, oh well, clearly they did this and that, and they accomplished this effect by doing this, because that's just how my fucking bastard cynical like adult brain works. But like back then it was magical, and it's like, wow, how did they do that? And there's no recourse in my brain other than to accept that they just like that this show is like magical in some way. Like, God. I think about people like, oh, if you could go back in time with the knowledge you know now, would you do it? And I think, oh, the initial, reaction is, of course I would, because I could make a ton of money off the stock market and Bitcoin and all that stuff. But then I wonder about like the butterfly effect and like how you like step on a bug a billion years ago, and then like now I have to pay taxes, which is very cringe. But like I don't, the life I have now, I don't want to risk it. Like I don't want like the situation that I'm in and the life I live to be compromised by me trying to play God or to like interfere with stuff that with like the natural order of things. Get this fucking thing out of my inventory. Like this life and all that I've experienced, I wouldn't trade away any of it for anything. Man, who else be up fucking depressing themselves for no reason? Selling shit to a fucking mechanic for pennies on the dollar of what it's actually worth. Man. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm probably going to cut it off here. Gotta drink some water because I feel my mouth getting fucking drier than the Sahara. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys didn't hate my fucking descent into madness too much. I got a lot out of it, honestly. I wouldn't say I'm feeling sad. Maybe melancholic at worst. Just thinking about the times that have happened, the times that have passed me. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the talk. If you guys got nostalgic at all, that's great. If you like the video, hit a like, leave a comment, please. I got a couple comments on some of my videos. If you guys watch this video, please leave a comment. I don't care if it's telling me to fuck myself or just like, hey, I'm watching the video, I'm commenting just to support you, whatever, that's fine. But if you got to the end of this video, if you comment like an old YouTube video that you used to watch that really, that you really liked. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Scav Talking, episode 22. See you guys later. Bye-bye.